so we went on our first date. Like, were you still feeling hesitant to jump to date someone intentionally for marriage or to get into a relationship? Like, what changed?
Yeah, I mean, there was still hesitance. I mean, I have my past and I've had all kinds of traumas and stuff like that, and just things don't work out, this, that, and the other. But beyond that, I mean, I explained how I was feeling with, like, I wanted to build all this and that, but I felt like I was already doing a lot in my personal life. I was like, I have all this stuff going. It wasn't like I was still trying to launch. Like, I was launched already, making progress on what I needed to make progress on. And I was like, I could sit here and, like, perfect my life to where I'm perfectly ready for a person, but I know that's going to take time. And in the meantime, I could be getting to know somebody, and, like, we're not going to get married right away. You know what I mean? But, so it was just, I kind of just had this switch in my mind. It's like, okay, well, it's not perfect yet, but if I meet somebody, it doesn't have to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Because if that person is right for me, they're not looking for Mr. Perfect. They're not looking for a perfect, like, everything set. And that's not the one I'm looking for. Like, if somebody's looking for, like, they have their whole life set up, they have all the money we could ever need, like, all I have to do is marry this person and my life is set. Like, I'm looking for a partner to build with. Like, that's my thing. So in that spirit, I was like, okay, well, if that's really what I'm looking for, then the other person will be open to that. The fact that I'm not complete, right? Mm-hmm. Complete or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, career wise, there's always something that we feel like, oh, I have to have this together first.
Right.
Right. And it's like, even like on an emotional level, like, we had done a lot of time because we were both Signal intentionally for 3 years. And within that time, I'd done a lot of healing. I'd done therapy and stuff like that. And you feel like, yeah, I did a lot of work, but you never feel like you're done. Like, there's still stuff there, and, like, you can get to a place of peace. But then it's like, they say that it's like, you don't progress until you get back into a relationship. Like, there's things you cannot heal in until you get in there. So, like, at some point, waiting is like a moot point. Like, it's not helping you. It's probably exacerbating, like, some of the issues anyway.
Yeah. That's so good.
Like, well, and like we had talked about, we both started getting a little weird. Like, if you spend too long
by yourself
without the opposite sex, you'll lean too much into the masculine or too much into the feminine. Like, for me, I was getting, like, too rough around the edges, and, like, I was like, okay, I need some feminine presence in my life to balance this out. Because I was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even with kids, like, I was, like, less caring than I used to be, or, like, not that I don't care. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You get more rough.
Well, even with me, like, since Javin's come into my life, I'm very, like, whimsical, and I don't, like, worry about, like, walking down dark alleys by myself. And I need someone to kind of tell me, like, girl, like, watch yourself. Like, I need that, like, protector energy around me. And I think there's definitely, like, that feminine masculine balance. And I think when you're single, you can get that from, like, surrounding yourself with even just, like, people at your church, or, friends, or mentors and stuff like that. So you can seek people of the opposite sex out to kind of, like, help you with certain things. But yes, being in a relationship, it's just different. And I know I've told you that I felt like I knew that God would bring me a relationship when he knew I couldn't go any further on my own.
Right.
And that's kind
of how I was feeling too.
It was like, okay, we've done so much work on yourself. Like, now the only other way you're going to grow is when I bring you someone else. Right.
And it's not that you can't grow, I would say, but you're going to stagnate to a degree. Like, you start to plateau in some levels, or, like, I don't know. I feel like,
and for everyone, that's different. That timeline is different for everyone, because
of course
there's people that go through that are single for a long time, and I think you can continue to grow and evolve and live a really, like, joyful life, but
it's more about, like, it's not that you, in my opinion, I feel like I could have still been growing, but not at the rate that would have been.
It's
like,
accelerated.
Not just accelerated, but like it's optimal. Like God wants the optimal growth for you. Like he's not looking for subpar like development. Like he wants you as to the best of his ability to get you in a place where you're growing at the rate that you can handle, but also like you're not just like twiddling your thumbs.
Yep.
Like we got stuff to do. Like we got only so much time on this planet.
Right.
Like, you know, he's not wasting his time. So I felt like, you know, I would be wasting my time to a degree. Like if, and I think God was agreeing with me at that point. It's like, yeah, it would have been a waste of time for me to just keep staying single. It's like, why? Like you're already working, you already have a plan, you have a path, you're doing work on yourself, you're doing everything that, you know, God was asking me to do in that season. And it's like, what's wrong with adding a partner, you know, to like accelerate this?
And I think that's a really good advice. As far as, I think especially our generation, we are so set on emotional, mental, physical growth and spiritual growth, which is really good because we want to work on ourselves. We want to be the best versions of ourselves, but you're never going to be perfect enough to be in a relationship or like, we need to be okay with our imperfections. And like Javin said, when you get into a relationship with the right person that you feel God has called you to, or the relationship that God's called you to, it actually will help your growth and enhance your growth. And we shouldn't expect people to be perfect because we're all human and none of us are perfect. Like, who am I to say, expect you to be perfect when I'm not perfect? I don't want someone looking at me like I have to be perfect, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just finding that person that you feel led to and you feel peace about and you are willing to grow with.
Yep.
Yeah,
willing to grow with. That's a good one.
Yeah.